Hi guys, alright, so today I'm going to show you what I have been doing with some of this packaging paper. Now, seeing it's Christmas, we have lots and lots of parcels coming and we have lots of packaging. Now, this comes in and it's all sort of like screwed up, so I've just rolled it all up. It took me ages into a big roll, and I was going to use it just to glue on, so I didn't get glue everywhere. But I thought I'm going to make some little tags. These ones are sort of like shabby chicy tags, and these ones are Christmas ones. So I wanted to make some Christmas ones, obviously, to go on my presents. And normally they're sort of like made and thrown away, really, aren't they? So, or you buy them and then they just get thrown away, recycled. So I thought these ones I would make out of the recycled paper anyway, and instead of throwing it all away. And it's really quick, really easy. As you know, I like to make quick, easy stuff. And I've also made this little it's like a little notebook, little disposable notebook, so over Christmas you can have it on your countertop or you're cooking. You can put times down, little bits list, and then you can take them out and just throw them in the recycling, because it was going to get recycled anyway, so we might as well make use of it. And then I've just popped a little napkin on there to show that it's like a little Christmas one. Really easy peasy. I've just held it in with a couple of little pegs. So I've just folded some paper, little pegs, pop them on there, so when you've written on one you can just throw it away and then peg it up. And then after Christmas you can just either pop more pages in, or you can just recycle it. So that's easy peasy too. So let's get on with the tags first. I was making Christmas ones and I thought, well, obviously we order stuff all year round, and we don't just want Christmas tags, so I've made some little shabby ones here which is made exactly the same. So just use up all your little odds and bits and pieces that to put on them. And on this one, all I've done is used up all my little, I've got these which I did do a video on, the Victorian Christmas embellishments. I'll put the link down to these. So I thought I'd use some of those up. Use up all your little Christmas bits and pieces that you've got, all your little leftovers. So I'm going to show you how to make these. Really simple. Okay, so get your packaging. And what I've done, hopefully you can see this. Where's my scissors? All as I did, now let me get my template wherever I've done with that. Here it is. I've just made a tag template. So this is 2 by 3 inches. So 2 inches across and 3 inches down. And then I've just cut the corners off. So we want to put it on this way. So you just need, it's just a rough idea. So just cut this along here like this, so it will fit that in like that. So we just take a little snippet of that off there, and then what I've done, I've just folded it in half like this, and then I've got my glue stick, and then we pop that. So we want to just glue this down. Okay, so let's just glue that down like that. And then what I've done, I've just folded it into 3. Okay, so just a rough fold, doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cut it out anyway. And what I've done, I've just glued them together. So we've got 6 layers of the paper because it's quite thin. So we want 6 layers like that. Okay, and then the template tag that I've got, I've just popped over the top like that. Okay, and then I've just cut it out. Just a rough cut out like that. They all don't have to be exactly the same. So you can make bigger tags, smaller tags, whatever you like. Just make it, you can just make it out of a old cereal box or something. A little template. Get rid of those little bits and pieces. So there we go, one little tag. And what I did on these ones, I won't do it now, I just sewed around the edges, and then they're just sort of like a bit grungy. You can grunge it up as much as you like. So that's how easy it is. So just stick them together. You don't have to sew around it. you can just use it like that, but make sure you sort of glue it down properly so they don't undo. But because I'm going to sew them around, I don't need to put too much glue on. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to gesso it. So I've got my grungy pot of gesso here, which I'm just going to get my finger in there and just sort of like wipe it around. And use your brush, paintbrush or whatever, but I'm just going to use my finger today. You can use all the little bits around the edges, which are going a bit thick and sticky. Just rub it on like that, just to make it a nice and grungy, like so, just around the edges. There we go. Okay, so that's all done, covered in gesso. I've just I've got a big tub of gesso, so I just decanter it into a smaller one, so it's a lot easier to use. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a quick blast. There we go. Quick dry off like that, and then what we're going to do, put that on for a minute, give it a quick ink. Oopsie daisy. This is just with the vintage photo on here, like so, just to grungy it up a little bit. And then we have, let's have a look, I've got a bit of the cheesecloth. This is the white bit, that's how it originally comes, and then I've just tea stained it here. So I'm just going to take a little piece of this, cut it off. Like I said before, just use up all the bits. If you've been making journals, Christmas journals or anything, just use up all your little odds and ends that you've got left over, just to make some little tags. So I'm going to pop a little bit of the white on as well. So this is just quick, easy, last minute sort of tags really. So that can just stick on there like that. Just going to stick them down with a little bit of glue stick. Go, because this sticks this cheesecloth down really well. And this over the top, like that. Oops. Okay, and now what we want to do is just pick an image out of here. Let's have a look, see what we've got. I can pop on there. Look, we could have a little girl with a little Christmas tree, like that. Now to stick this one on, I'm going to use my 3-in-1 because it sticks better. Paper to paper it works, but when you're sticking on top with the glue stick, I mean, but when you're sticking on top of fabric or anything, the glue stick won't work properly, won't stick it. So you need something a little bit stronger, a little bit stickier. So we pop that down like that. So easy peasy. Gosh, it's really raining here. We've had lots of rain in the last week. So there we go. And then all as I did, popped a little hole in the top, like that. And then you can, oopsie daisy, you can pop a little bit of ribbon through there, a little bit of string or something like that, and hang it on your present. And that's done. So look, that's like that. Quick and easy. And then of course we have to add a little bit of stickles to it, just to the Christmas tree here, look, which has got, you can see my hand's not in the way, just so we've got a little bit of sparkle on there, a little bit of sparkle on the little bit of ribbon. There we go. Pretty, aren't they? So I have got a couple, so I'm going to make lots of these because these are going to be hanging on my Christmas presents and I'm going to be giving this year. So it's a quick, easy, last minute tag as well. And these ones you can, so if you've got the paper, you can use it all year round, and you can make the Christmas ones, or you can make birthday ones, or just little shabby chic ones. to put in your journals. So let's pop those out the way, and I'm going to pop these in the little envelope here. Just pop them away like that, and then I'm going to show you how I make this. Now this is even easier, really easy peasy, and it's a shame to have all this paper and not knowing anything to do with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. So what I did, I just cut strips like this. I cut 3 strips. So let's just make sure we know roughly this width. Okay, so I'm going to cut, don't have to be exact, like that. Put another one over the top. Let's cut it this way, it'll be easier. There we go. So then we put those pieces there. Fold that in half. There. I don't think I'll rip it like that. I think I'll cut it. So let's cut it down the middle. Cut this one down the middle as well. So you end up with 6 pieces, and again you can make them whatever size you would like to make them. So we just cut this down here like that. Okay, and then we get the glue out again, and then we just glue them all together. Again, if you're going to sew them, you don't need as much glue, but if you're not going to sew them, add just a little bit more glue to it. So that sticks on there. I will sew mine later on. But we just need to make lots of little sandwiches. Sandwich it all together. Let's pop those bits out of the way. Also do with this, if you have any leftover wrapping paper, you could use the wrapping paper as well as the top layer. So I was going to pop on this one, I've actually popped a napkin. If you had some leftover Christmas paper, you could pop a bit of that over the top as the cover. It doesn't have to be neat and tidy. Goes on like this. Okay, perfect. Now I'm not quite sure, I think I folded it this way, and I think it's pretty square. No, it must have been this way. Like that. About right? Okay, let's let that dry a little bit, and then what we need to do is cut some little strips off to make the paper, these little bits here. So I've got 4 in each, so we need 8 little squares. So that goes, I'm not quite sure, I think it goes that way actually, because I've just folded these in half long ways. So where's the scissors gone? There they are. So these can just be cut. Just random cutting, doesn't have to be neat and tidy. Okay, I will speed this up because you don't need to see me cutting 8 pieces. There we go. So now I have 8 strips. So what we do, we just fold each one in half. If you wanted to measure them, you can measure them, but I really don't think you need to, because they're just going to be scribbled on. As long as we just sort of fold them in half. If they're really off, then you can chop them down just to make them a little bit so they fit in the little book. Oops. Just fold them all in half, long ways. Like this. You could use these up to make little scrappy books in your journals as well. Would look quite nice, wouldn't they? So, okay, so that's that. So we want 4 of these in each. 2, 3, 4. And what I've got these tiny little pegs. If you've got like little clips, or you could even use paper clips as well. I thought these would look quite nice. So we've got 8 sheets of paper on either side. So this is our book. So let's just make sure we've got it on the right way. So this way, I believe it is this way, like that. Perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this little napkin on here like that, on the front of the little booklet, just to show it's a little Christmas one, like that. Open this. There we go. Pop it on with a little bit of glue stick, like so. Really quick, easy little disposable notepad, I suppose you'd call it. And yeah, so just to keep on your counter over Christmas, for jot down little things that you need to go to the shop for, or what time your food went into the oven, things like that. So there we go. Perfect. So now you can either sew around it or just leave it as it is. And then we're going to fold that in half like that. Make sure this is dry as well. And then we pop that on the top. Whoops. Properly, do it nice and neatly. And then we've got this one on this side, like that. And then you've got a nice little scribbly notepad, which is really, really nice. So there we go, we've got 2 little notepads there, which are quick and easy. And we've got a couple of little tags we made, all quick, easy little projects to make out some recycled paper that you would throw out anyway. Okay guys, I hope you give it a go. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you soon. Take care, bye bye.